Well, hello, everybody. It is story time. Well, let's put it like this. I needed to go get my oil changed today, okay? So I go to get my oil changed, and at the same time, I needed my inspection done, too. So I can go back to that wonderful tag office and give me another tag from the little dude that's like 15. So I go in, and the guy walks up to me, and he's like, well, hello, what do you need today? And I'm like, well, first off, I'm going to need my oil changed, you know, where you put that stuff in there and you like lube up all my stuff and stuff like that. And then I was like, I also need an inspection done on my car. So he was like, okay, well, have you ever been here before? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't think I have, but I don't remember because I don't remember a lot of things. So he's like, well, let's start with your phone number. And I'm like, most of the time when a guy asks me that, he might ask for my name first, but let's just roll with it. Let's just roll with it. I mean, I don't have a lot of guys ask me out anyway. So he's like, so what's your number? So I give it to him and I give him my name and all this and that. And then I looked at him and I said, so what's your name? And he's like, my name is Bryce. And I'm like, is that your stage name? Because like, you don't look like a Bryce. I said, we're going to go with Ralph. You look like a Ralph. So that's what we're sticking with today is Ralph. So he's like, but that's not my name. And I'm like, the customer's always right. I'm sorry to tell you. And you look like a Ralph. So I'm like, you're welcome. So he's like, okay, well, it won't be that long. You can go sit down and all that. So I go sit down and shortly he says, Miss McConnell. And I looked at him and I said, I'm really not fond of that last name at this moment. I said, so if you could call me Holly, that would be fantastic. Okay. And so he was like, okay, Holly, come on out. And I said, okay, Ralph. And he's like, my name is Bryce. And I said, no. Your name is Ralph today. Okay. So we go out there and he takes me back in the shop and he's like, look, your car's not going to pass inspection. And first off, right there's a damn throat punch for you. Cause I'm like, what? And he's like, it's not going to because your headlight's out. And I'm like, oh, a headlight. I get it. A headlight. I said, okay, all right. Well, let's just fix that little bad boy up. Okay. He's like, yeah, we can do that. We have the part here. And I'm like, a bulb? Of course you have a bulb here. What is wrong with you? So anyway, I go to turn around and I said, wait a minute. I said, how much is that going to cost me added on to what I'm already paying you? And he was like, oh, it's $100. And I said, I stuttered just a little bit. And I said, does that bulb come with a happy ending? A happy ending? Because I'm pretty sure you just tried to rape me right there for a bulb. And he's like, but no, we have to labor and all that and take this off. And I said, get me a hammer or one of those little zzz things or whatever. I said, and I will take it off myself for $100. Then you can pay me $100 to take that jazz off. Okay. So he was like, well, I mean, you just won't pass then. And I'm like, I didn't want to go to the tag office anyway. You just help me out. When a cop pulls me over, I'm going to be like, Ralph up there at the Monarchy told me that I didn't pass inspection. You're welcome. I'm sending it right to you, buddy. Right to you. So then I go back out there and I'm like, look, just finish it up. I'm going to need you to wash it and vacuum it too. And he's like, ma'am, we don't do that here. And I'm like, but you want to charge me $100 for a bulb? A light bulb? I'm like, Lord have mercy. So anyway, I go back out and sit down. He comes back out and he's like, all right, Miss McConnell. I said, I'm going to throat punch your ass if you call me Miss McConnell again, okay? We're not going through this again. We are not going through this again, okay? Ralph, he said, well, don't call me Ralph. And I'm like, point well taken, Ralph, point well taken. So I pay. And he's like, you know, if you come back and you pay this little bit extra, you know, we'll pass you. And I'm like, can I come back tomorrow and my light bulb still be out? And like, you pass me? And he's like, that's not really the way that works. And I was like, well, I was just going to try, Ralph. I was just going to try. So the moral of this story is, don't go anywhere besides fixing a light bulb yourself. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to figure out myself how to take the front end off and fix it. My car might never look the same again. But I will not do it for $100. $100, okay? So, as I'm getting ready to leave, I turned around to him, and I said, look, buddy, I said, I'm going to miss you, Ralph, and I'll be back in a few days. And I said, and I see up on your wall that you're a Tar Heels fan. And I said, that's what the hell's wrong with you? I said, go Kentucky! Go Kentucky tonight, people! Kentucky all the way, baby! Kentucky! And he's like, I knew there was something wrong with you upstairs. I said, everybody does. We're all good with it. So, I can't wait to go back and see him. And I hope that nobody ever tries to go get an NC state inspection and pays $100 for a light bulb. Just call me up and I'll fix it for you in case you didn't know. And I love you all. And I'm sure I will have another wonderful story to tell you about where I go somewhere because people just tend to remember me. And I love y'all. Bye.